I was very surprised, and pleasantly so, to discover that amber's drew sunlight. I mean, amberous drew sunlight.
Yes.
I was like, wow, it usually does Twidash.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. And I
So-
miss that, but
I was like, oh. I hope for more. But anyway, Pony 411. It's that time again. Play that intro music. Hello. Yes, this is Pony 411. This is episode 152 for the week of August 14th. I am Nemesis, and co-host here is Alca7raz.
hey.
Yes, there's a new episode. Not surprising, really.
Not
I mean,
surprising.
we all knew it was coming.
Yes. That's
We'll
why
get to
we're
that
here.
later, but we also have some news. Not as much as usual. It's kind of a slow news week.
Yeah, it has been.
But yeah, so we'll still cover it, of course. And afterwards, we'll also have a little bit of fan content. So, probably should go ahead and get started then.
Probably.
If you want to follow along with the news, go to pony411.libsyn.com/show notes. It's spelled Libsyn. You do not need edit access to the Google Doc to get to it. I've been noticing people requesting access. You don't need that.
No.
I don't want you to be able to edit it. Sorry, yeah. Anyway, news time. In convention news, Jay Fosgate will be attending Nightmare Nights, and it is apparently their first convention.
First time Jay's been there?
Yeah.
Been to one?
First time. Well then.
Hmm.
Hope it doesn't go bad.
Could have sworn he'd been at more other ones.
According to their press release, is their first one.
Huh.
Anyway, John Delancey will be at Ponyville Cider Fest.
Yay.
Unless he cancels.
Unless he cancels.
He has a schedule that keeps getting in the way of stuff.
Yeah, he's a
Busy.
busy person. He's a busy man.
Yeah. In fandom news and whatnot, there's a pony mod out for Warcraft 2.
Warcraft 2?
Yeah.
It's the old one.
Yeah, really old one.
Not as old as the first one, but
Well, duh. But yeah,
Yeah.
it exists.
I guess the older ones are maybe easier to mod.
Well, in the sense that, okay, if you can get it working on a modern system, that is.
True.
But apparently the mod people, and I think Blizzard actually updated to make it work on newer systems. Plus, the mod people made sure it works with multiplayer and everything on Windows 10. So there you go.
Hey.
In other fandom news, a parody of The Thing called The Changeling is out. It's a 2-minute 3D animated thing. It's not the best animation in the world, but it's just interesting enough in concept that I liked it. I mean, it's also a parody of The Thing. I mean,
It's the thing.
and in the final bit of fandom news, a Breaking Bad parody was also released. This is a more traditional animation, and it's more or less a kind of a pseudo PMV thing, but the animation is good enough that I was like, yeah, worth talking about. Why not? It's really interesting animation. Yeah, it's Breaking Bad with Poison Joke instead. So, moving on to merchandise news, Twilight and Dash hairstyling ponies from 2 different companies have appeared.
2 different companies.
Mm-hmm. So 2 different styles, like Dash is standing and Twilight sitting. Okay.
Okay.
And Toys R Us has released a video about their Elements of Friendship line with some behind-the-scenes stuff within. Not a whole lot of behind-the-scenes stuff, but some stuff that some people might find interesting. Jim Miller is running a contest to win the SDCC's Discord and Fluttershy set if you weren't able to buy it.
Yep.
I think it's still available. I'm not sure yet, though.
Yeah, I can't remember.
But you can win it. All you have to do is donate to a charity and tell him as such and have proof.
And have proof.
And by, I think, August 27th, he will draw a winner during the Discord episode, I believe he said. Which makes sense.
Does make sense.
Oh, no, he's going against Discords. How dare you? Anyway, Bonnie Zachary is writing a book on the creation of My Little Pony.
Yeah.
If you want to see how this whole thing started over 30 years ago, this is, well, I guess the way to look.
Yep.
The upcoming official MLP RPG now has a cover for its book, plus a bit more about said book. Yeah, artwork by Amy Memberson.
Oh, yeah.
So just check that out if you're interested. And Hasbro will be attending the Brand Licensing Expo in London on October 11th, and MLP stuff will be there.
Yay, see what stuff
It's usually just showing off toys. I mean, most of it's stuff that's already been announced, but some of it's kind of hush-hush because, well, that's one of the times I remember Alicorn Twilight leaked out.
Yeah.
The one in 2012.
Yeah.
Hey, look, the world did end.
The world did end in 2012.
Anyway, comic news. Urban Comics is releasing a new MLP comic collection in French this October. And Equestria Daily has an extended preview of Friends Forever number 31. That is the Dash and Strongheart issue. Oh, and Equestria Girls news. Legend of Everfree got 2 more clips this week. Anyway, spoilers right now.
Spoiler alert.
Mm-hmm. So in one of them, we see some of the effects that Legend this whole forest is having, the strange effects and whatnot that are going to happen in this movie. And we also see Twilight do magic.
Yay.
Because what happens, one of the things there is, yes, they start up the romantic thing between Timber and Twilight. And I will actually be honest, they actually bothered to give Timber personality. It's not a whole lot, but they actually bothered, so by default, he's better than Flash.
By default.
Yeah. And I'll actually also, another bit of shocking honesty, they're actually handling the actual romance better because they're actually having them talk to each other rather than just, oh, it's strange bumping into you again or blah, blah, whatever.
No cliche one-liners.
Yeah, they're actually talking to each other and actually establish a personality, so I'm actually kind of legitimately surprised. I mean, so it's kind of cleared the bar that Flashlight set up, but that bar was so low that Death Valley is higher.
Wow. So are you going to ship the 2 yet?
No. I mean, so as of this point, I don't hate it. I'm not saying I like it outright, obviously. I mean, I will die for my shit, but I actually, this is this
you
trend,
don't hate it.
If it's like it won't be horrendously bad if this is the setup and it continues, unless of course they somehow trip at some point during the movie, which might happen. This is like only the first few minutes.
Yeah,
but because there's still the thing hanging over their head of this is a guy who's a counselor for a bunch of high schoolers, which would mean imply he's older, which kind of creates a bunch of unfortunate implications. I don't think this is another victim of they didn't totally think things through again,
or maybe there's just more going on that we don't know yet.
Yeah,
maybe he's not as old as
I'm still going to put money down on
sounds.
Timber is a villain because one of that clip also shows that there's a bit of a tension between Gloriosa and Timber. They didn't say what it is, but there's obviously some sort of tension and divide between them. And in the second clip as well, we also see apparently Filthy Rich pulls up in his limo, and Gloriosa and him kind of have a little argument. She's not happy he's there. And I suspect from here, I'm just speculating from here, Filthy wants to buy the grounds the camp is on.
Which is a very common trope.
Yeah, he wants to buy them for whatever, probably supermarket or whatever put there. And I suspect Gloriosa wants to keep the camp running, and possibly they're running into financial trouble. I think the divide might be Timber was willing to sell out to Filthy.
Maybe.
And so it might turn out that Timber is kind of working against the interests of the camp, and so he's going to be a villain by proxy.
Guilty by association.
Or he's actually going to be possibly working to actively sabotage the camp to make it look worse. I don't know. A Scooby-Doo plot.
Rip Timber's face off.
Yeah. So I'm suspecting that's where we're going to see the divide, unless it turns out, no, actually, that's the vibe I'm getting from that scene, is Gloriosa is going to be trying to save the camp, and he's possibly not really that interested in doing the camp thing anymore. So he's just willing, just sell it, we'll get some money, go wherever. That's my feeling from this. Of course, there's one of two ways. He could go down as the villain, or he could, helping the villain, or he could actually, I'm sorry, I didn't realize, blah, 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 at the end.
Yeah.
It could be either way at this point, but I just suspect he is going to be the villain. That might actually put a damper on the whole relationship thing with Twilight.
You're going to hold on to that just because of that.
To me.
You're just going to hold on to that just so you can kill.
Like I said, though, I actually don't
die.
hate it outright like I did Flash. Like, no, good, go away. This is actually so far pretty well done. I mean, comparatively for sure. It's still not the best, but it's a lot better. So there's that.
Yes, there's that.
And Friendship is Magic news. Flurry Heart's Scrapbook Episode 5 is out. It's all about when Sombra was stopped. The first time the Crystal Empire was in trouble, and not the second time, which was all Flurry's fault. Demon baby.
Although technically the first and second time was Sombra.
Okay, third time where it was all Flurry's fault. Oh, and a press release from Discovery Family revealed all the synopses for September.
Yeah.
Buckball season, which has a much longer synopsis than the previous had.
Yeah, it does.
When Pinkie Pie and Fluttershy turn out to be Ponyville's best buckball players, Applejack and Rainbow Dash agree to coach them against Appaloosa. But when the pressure's on, then the players stop having fun. Ponyville's newest star athletes lose their competitive edge and quite possibly the biggest buckball game in history.
I'm still confused as to how, if Fluttershy is the best, but Rainbow Dash is the coach, something just doesn't seem to line up there.
Don't worry about it. We'll find out. And the fault in our cutie marks. The Crusaders encounter a problem that might be impossible for them to solve when an enthusiastic young Griffin asks them to help her get a cutie mark of her own.
Yeah, basically the same thing we had before, but
slightly
slightly reworded.
And then Viva Las Pegasus. Aha!
A new one.
The map sends Applejack and Fluttershy to Las Pegasus, where they find Flim and Flam working in a resort called Gladmanes.
Oh boy.
Flim and Flam are back.
Flim and Flam.
Oh,
they're pulling a scam in
Vegas?
In Vegas? No.
Yeah.
It'd be like, well, careful, they're running a scam. Well, duh.
It's
everyone
Vegas.
is.
It's legal there.
That's expected here.
And finally, every little thing she does. Although Starlight Glimmer is excelling at her magical studies with Twilight Sparkle, she has been avoiding her friendship lessons. Feeling pressure to impress her teacher, Starlight attempts to tackle several friendship problems at once with questionable results.
Haven't we done this before?
Yeah, sounds vaguely
Haven't
familiar.
we gone through this before?
You're not really helping those allegations of kind of like Twilight there.
I mean,
You're really
seriously, this kind of sounds like, the last Starlight Glimmer episode.
Yeah, that too. It's like,
didn't we just go over this same plot line? I'm a little worried.
Neglecting your friendship studies in favor of magical. Oh dear.
Again.
Uh-oh.
I could have sworn that was the main point of the.
No, not really. Last time, it was she was actually doing really good, but Twilight wanted to do the next lesson, which is find your own friend who's not one that's mine. So that's an interesting one. It still kind of has, it says shades of Lesson 0 there, so I'm a little.
Well,
it said shades of, not identical.
Maybe a couple echoes, but not directly. The
Yeah.
main underlying reason for them is different.
Yeah. But it would still be weird if we see Starlight starting to lose it.
Yeah.
And that would be, oh, great. Not helping with the whole Twilight thing. Whatever.
Diet Twilight.
Yep. That again. And that's the news.
That's it. That's the news.
Mm-hmm. Next up, we have 28 pranks later. So to summarize, Dash goes around starting pranking a bunch of ponies. They're not really thrilled with it. They try to tell her that as such that she misinterprets and starts to escalate her pranks. And then she goes to the point of she decides to prank the whole town at once by taking some Philly Guide cookies and swapping them out for joke cookies. And then they turn it around on her and make her think something's wrong with the whole town and make them look like they're cookie-starved zombies, and until she's cornered and freaking out, and then they finally reveal, oh, we got you with the prank. And she realizes, oh wait, I may have been overstepping a little bit, and that's the end. Easy summary, right?
Yep.
Pretty basic story setup, I guess.
Yeah.
So I remember, a lot going into this episode, a lot of people were freaking out because it's just mysterious Mare-do-Well all over again.
That's my biggest worry was Mare-do-Well 2.0.
Of course, it could be a Mare-do-Well 2.0 in the sense that it's a better version.
It's not a very high bar to reach.
Yeah. I more or less enjoyed this one. There's a couple weird spots here and there. I think part of the thing is it's just because humor is so subjective, it's really difficult to lay down a line on some stuff like this. I mean, it's kind of, some of the pranks Dash did were definitely way over the line. But at the same time, it's kind of weird in a sense. At the beginning, they did tell her, hey, they actually talked to her and say, hey, don't do this. Stop doing this. This is why. And she just completely misinterpreted, because part of it was just your pranks are even also just kind of lazy too. And then she's like, okay, fine, I'll do better.
Well, it was better than Ne'er-do-well. It was better than Ne'er-do-well. I wasn't the intro, the setup for the main actual story, the zombie part, which it was pretty obvious they wanted to do zombies and they needed something to kick it off.
Yeah.
And they just found something to kick it off. And it feels that way, and that's a problem. I wasn't exactly thrilled with the opening and how it all started. The actual zombie part was really well done, and it was great. But the lead up, it feels to me almost like they reverted a bit back to season 2, like on maturity and stuff. Because I don't know, it feels almost like they forgot some things. I mean, I will say that, yeah, like you mentioned, they actually sat her down and talked to her, which is a million times better than what they didn't do in Ne'er-do-well. But yeah, it just, I don't know. Like you also said, that the whole humor is subjective. A lot of things they said that, this wasn't funny. It's like, well, I would disagree.
Yeah.
And the whoopee cushion, it's a classic. It
That's
was great.
lowbrow, but as well.
And then Applejack, no, that's lazy.
That's pretty lowbrow. It is kind of lowbrow and lazy.
It is,
it's
but
really
still well done. It was,
because a lot of people criticize stuff. Oh, you just went straight for the fart joke. Yeah, that's
sometimes yes, but a well-timed classic like a whoopee cushion, as long as it's well-timed, is still funny.
It's also for Dash. It's sort of a repeat of a joke she already pulled on Twilight once.
Yeah, but
except she used a horn last time. I wonder if last time they just were having trouble getting a approval for a whoopee cushion.
Possibly. I don't know. It was definitely better than Ne'er-do-well. I mean, the overall zombie part was well done. I don't know. I didn't like the intro.
Oh,
the lead up. I just wasn't exactly thrilled with, just because I felt like it reverted a bit.
I don't feel like revert. I actually feel like it mostly was fine. It's just there's a couple weird lines here and there just didn't totally work out. I think actually the only real odd part was for me, Pinky just kind of not getting some of it. It's like, oh, those are funny. It's like she put a brick in someone's sandwich. That could have actually injured them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Cake Sandwich. That's actually not funny. That's actually just plain mean.
I will agree. A few of those jokes were definitely, that was wrong. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. I guess on this one, some people are going to agree with it. Some people aren't, just because humor is subjective.
Yeah. I think overall it worked. I know you were kind of a little upset over the Fluttershy pranking just because.
They specifically told Dash
years
ago not
Pinky
to do
told
that.
Dash, hey, don't do that. And
don't
obviously,
do that.
Well, as we see,
and it works then.
Stuff doesn't really stick for Dash that long.
Yes, but I mean, Dash is already shown to have matured since then.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden now she hasn't. It's just like, hold up.
I don't think it's so. She might just think, oh, maybe Fluttershy's grown enough so she can handle it now. Because we've seen Fluttershy's growth as a character. She's not as skittish about a lot of stuff. But so I think if anything of the two, it's not Dash that's reverted, it's Fluttershy that's reverted.
I don't know. Because I mean, Dash was immediately saying, well, you're scared of everything.
Yeah, I know.
Still doing that whole same thing. You're too easy. I don't know. It just, there's some weirdness about that. That I wasn't exactly a fan of.
Yeah, well, at least Fluttershy didn't just kind of meekly accept it. She's actually going, yeah, that's not cool.
Yeah. Like I said, that one of my biggest issues with Ne'er-do-well is that they didn't actually talk to her. This one they did. So already it's doing better.
Just refused. Well, she listened. She just misinterpreted pretty hard.
Yeah, and Applejack, that was the wrong thing to say.
I think she misunderstood us.
Yeah, when you feel that's just lazy, that's not a you need to stop. That's a I challenge you.
Yeah.
That was a direct challenge. But yeah, everything after that was fairly well done. Once it actually got into the zombie part. Yeah, that was really well done.
It's a weird one because it's a story by Megan McCarthy written by F.M. DeMarco.
Yeah, which I think there's a new writer.
Yeah, it's one of the new writers. And Megan McCarthy, so I guess some of her, maybe it's one of her, because I know she still has a hand in this. She's just not, this is not her only show anymore.
Yeah.
Because she's
a bit higher up in the...
Yeah, she's a Hasbro now. She's not contract. So she actually has hands in other things too. So I'm guessing she just still goes, I just want to come up with a story idea.
Yep.
Yeah, I just also like, I mean, I heard zombie point. I was like, okay, how are they gonna do this in a way that won't make the S&P guys raise eyebrows? Yeah, cookies. Cookie zombies. I still think they could have actually gotten away with actual zombies. Well, not actual zombies, but wanting brains and everything, but they didn't. And it's like, I think that's my only little disappointment about this episode is just the fact that they just went with cookies instead of brains.
Yeah.
Or I guess everything.
Yeah. Although I was expecting someone to drop a line explaining why they were going after Dash. I mean, the explanation is right there. The cookies give rainbow color, and she said they're after her main. But then no one actually made that final explaining line.
I think
it was implied.
I don't think that's one of the things they don't really need to explain.
Yeah, I mean, it was implied, but I was still expecting someone to say it. Yeah.
Just one of them. Just all of a sudden, you see like one of the cake twins just sitting on her back, not chewing on her hair.
It's something like that. It's like they think her hair is a cookie because of the rainbow.
No, they think you're a cookie.
Or something like that, and that's why they're chasing
your
after
rainbow
Dash.
Filling. So, how many taste the rainbow jokes we're gonna get?
Oh, they were already happening before it came out. I was already seeing them show up when the clips came out.
Yep, it's gonna happen.
Oh, it's been happening.
Yep, Dash in the kitchen sink.
I actually read that one.
Yeah, I know.
The beginning of that fiction wasn't too bad. It just kind of started to fall apart at the end. It's like they quickly wanted to end it.
Just get it over with. Just let me go home. Yeah, I actually like they really actually hit all of the kind of the things you're supposed to hit with zombies, with the kind of creepy shots and like what's going on, the abandoned town, what's going on, even the old Pinky's just initially sick but kind of acting strange.
Mm-hmm.
And then the being chased and then cornered in somewhere, and then oh no, one of the parties just become a zombie, and then the slow actually back against the wall. This is it. This is all over.
And they also had the children zombies too.
Yep, child zombies.
Baby zombies. No.
Oh no.
Yep, they had all the standard tropes.
Yeah, and of course, zombies breaching through the window, just pawing at you.
Yeah, breaking down the doors.
It actually was pretty.
Yeah, like I said, the whole zombie sequence was great.
Yeah, I also like when she first looking around, all this cookies scattered everywhere, like entrails and blood would be in a zombie movie.
Yeah.
And then she's like, "What's going on? Where is everyone?" Then we see one of them walk slowly by the window.
You see the silhouette in the window. Yeah. It was great.
Hmm. The only thing was missing was actually just running over a zombie with a cart, but that would have gone.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, prank over. Someone's actually hurt.
Yeah. Gotta remove the head.
Yep.
Aim for the head.
Yep.
Yeah, that would have gone really bad.
Oh no.
Especially because it was Granny Smith.
Oh yeah.
Applejack would not have been happy.
Granny Smith probably would have been dead. Yeah, it's just kind of fun. Yeah, it goes to the scene of hey, I need your help. Yeah, that sort of stuff too. What was it I was thinking? Oh, there was kind of the little line at the end. It's like, oh, I see what you did there. It's like, oh,
I see what you did there.
Yep. It's like, oh, they got that line in. That's kind of because that's a pretty common thing on the internet.
Yes, it's a common phrase.
Yeah, trying to think of anything else.
There wasn't a huge amount of stuff.
It was kind of weird too. We saw the repeat of a joke with Celestia and Spike. Buried in a pile except the pile is much more extreme now. Although that's at one point, oh boy, I'm waiting for a fic about that where Celestia comes along and tells Dash that she gummed up the inner workings of the government. Uh-oh.
But Celestia wouldn't know it until afterwards.
Yeah.
Spike
would totally. It's like first goes to Spike. Like, what the heck, Spike? Dash did it. Oh. Uh-oh.
No, except it's Celestia, and if you want to do fanfics,
I know.
You have to realize that a lot of people do go Trollestia, so Celestia would go, that was pretty good.
Everyone know.
That was pretty good.
That was pretty good.
That was a good
Don't
prank.
do it again.
That was a pretty good prank.
That was pretty good. Don't do it again. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird though, because that was a repeat from the whole the pranking, the Gildig episode, which was all about pranking.
Yeah, back in season 1.
I have to think that was an intentional callback.
It had to have been.
Yeah, of course, because they literally just forgot.
It could be. I mean, seriously, we haven't really seen Dash and Pinky and their pranking habits since season 1.
And also weird, that reminds me, Dash's prank on Pinky was really tame.
But it worked.
Yeah, it was. That's one of the pranks that like everyone's like, yeah, that's kind of the kind of prank. It's fine, but it was still like, oh, I just hung on it upside down in the closet and said, boo.
I guess that's more because those two have pranked a lot more, so they know each other better. I don't know.
Yeah, probably, but it's
again,
it's so weird because like she escalates so hard, like, and then this one's like, yeah,
I don't know. Maybe it was intended to be that sort of, weird dichotomy as humor.
Yeah,
for the viewers, not the actual.
It's odd
story.
though.
Yeah, that's what the whole beginning. Whole lead up
that
was weird.
The one with Cranky and the skunk is like, wow. Oh no, I guess taking. I'm curious how she got Applejack's bed outside, just from a sheer physics standpoint.
Applejack's a really heavy sleeper.
Well, I'm more about the actual heavy part of the bed and a pony. And then also, speaking of which, she somehow dropped a gigantic rock in Big Mac's cart.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Dash is an athlete.
Yes, here I am arguing about physics in a show about cartoon ponies.
Yes, because we already know they're made of dark matter.
No, Applejack is.
They all are.
Not all of them. Because otherwise, Dash wouldn't have gone flying as far as she did.
Well, yeah, and butterflies are too. So maybe she recruited butterflies to help.
Or Fluttershy is really, really light.
Which is another theory because they can walk on clouds, but that's also magic. So I don't know. Physics makes no sense.
Butterflies are made of clouds.
I guess that works. I guess that works.
None of these explanations actually make sense. Shut up. Oh, I also did. Yeah, I did like the initial, like, actual zombie reveal with Mrs. Cake and stuff. Just to, actually sit in the back turn and just see them eating something.
Yeah, it's like
that's always a typical zombie thing. Is just you see something hunched over, just eating something. Like what?
What the heck are you doing? And then reveal they're eating a brain or what? They're eating entrails. Yeah.
This time it's cookies,
and this time it's cookies. Yeah.
Mm.
I felt there was enough. There's a lot of good parts to it. The entire zombie sequence.
Second half.
Yeah, well, actually, I think it was more of a second half. But yeah, the entire zombie sequence in Past was really well done.
Yeah.
But the intro, I don't think was. The lead up to it could have been better. I don't know. Like I said earlier, it feels like they want to do a zombie episode, but they had to find something to lead up to it, and that's what they picked. They threw something together.
I'm not as down on the intro of it. I think it worked out mostly fine. Just a little couple nitpicks I have here and there. For the most part, I think it might just be a difference of whose favorite character is in the center of it all.
Less favorite character and more just interest in the character, more focus. Because yes, I do like Dash, obviously. So I guess I'm a little more focused on how they handle things like that. You don't care as much.
I think it was fine, most part.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like they missed enough points in the beginning just to set it off. I don't know, but it was definitely better than Well.
Yeah, that was a pretty low point.
Even though we disagree on why it was bad.
I guess that's it for that.
Yes, for the episode,
because we still have fan content, specifically 3 songs.
Yes, I have 3. So I'm making up for last week. So yeah, first one I've got is "Come With Me" by Vocal Score Pony.
When I found you, I found some pony to let into my life. Come with me and we'll weather the storms together. Come with me and we'll find our way. Nothing can stop us now that we have found each other.
Yeah, this simple original acoustic song. It's got nice, clean vocals though. I like the feel. It's almost countryish, but not really. But yeah, acoustic and vocals. And I think the vocal parts really work well together. They tie in well. The mixing is good. it's just a nice, good song.
Yeah. I will say the vocals are the highlight of this song for sure. I mean, it is a pretty basic instrumental track, so the vocals are definitely the focal point of here. And I would say
focal.
yes, exactly.
Rhyming.
And yes, this is very much a very mellow country-ish song.
Yeah, I'm not certain if country really works. It might be closer to folk. I don't know. It's acoustic. Acoustic and vocals. That's all there is to it.
Yep.
But it's good. The next one is Dare Master by the Wasteland Wailers.
Wouldn't dare to leave me, not with all I know. Your mama's bar, your brother's train yard, everywhere you'd go. So I took a powder across the tracks, found your family too, and I asked if they'd seen ya. All they said was, who? Law on my tail, I can smell when I've been framed.
It's a Fallout Equestria song. I've featured this group before, and they always do really well. It's a really great lounge type song that tells a story, and I love the story and the emotion that goes into it. Brittany Church, the singer, really does well on these kind of things, I believe.
Yeah, she did another Wasteland Whalers song.
Yeah, she's the main singer for Wasteland Wailers, which is Overmare Studios' in-house band for their game. And yeah, it's really good. I like it. I do think some of the other ones that they've done were a bit better, but this one's still really good.
Yeah, it's definitely lounge music with some slight blues and swing influence here and there. Particularly the drum part, I noticed that was definitely I could hear a bit of a swing drum beat to it.
Yeah, you got the piano parts too.
Although it's very slight.
Yeah.
I will say that lyrically there were a few awkward lines.
There were a couple parts.
There's one particularly that one stuck out with something about revolver. Just kind of felt like it was too many syllables for the music, so it's just kind of cramming in. Okay, we got through.
Yeah, but those are few and far between, I think. And the last one is The Spectacle, remixed by Strack Attack.
Yep.
But yeah, this is it's a high energy dubstep remix of it. Nothing too huge about it, but it's got a good arrangement. It keeps things upbeat without getting super repetitive, or even just super messy like a lot of dubstep goes. So I think he did a really good job on this one.
Thanks to the intro and some bits throughout the song, I'd be really hesitant about listening to this in the car because of the sirens in it. I'm like, that would throw me off. It's like, eventually I'd be like driving along. It's like, it's just part of the song. It's not part of the song.
Not part of the song.
And I did like the little piano bit in the middle.
Yes, part of the keeping things from being repetitive, it just doesn't jump into the dubstep and just run that through to the end of the song. It does it and then has the breaks and stuff like that. It mellows out, then comes back, and yeah, it's good arrangement.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the 3 songs I got.
Yep.
So, yeah.
I do not have a new fanfic.
Tisk tisk.
Nothing really caught my eye this week.
Tisk tisk.
Except one thing did catch my eye, but it's not done yet. I'm still waiting on that because I don't want to touch it until it's done. Yeah, but Perspective did update.
Yay.
With a new chapter.
You are trash.
Join me in my garbage can.
Wow. So
in this chapter, Sunset and Twilight finally go on a date, and then Sunset winds up talking to Luna for a bit about things, important things. And it looks like it's all wrapping up because the author says there's only one more chapter.
I was expecting more.
Yeah. I'm not sure if it's going to be an extra long chapter or what.
Maybe a follow-up story.
Possibly that too. Because it feels like there's a lot of things unresolved right now.
Yeah.
I suspect he is building a full series or something.
Yeah.
Which I wouldn't mind at all. That's just
because you're trash. But yeah, it was well written, even though it was complete shipping trash. But It's total
You would not
shipping.
complain at all if you were it was Twilight Dash. You know it.
No, I wouldn't. But I would know it's trash, and I would still read it.
Well, I wouldn't call it trash just because that's insulting, but
Unless it's done as a joke.
yes.
It's
But
common
it's-
enough joke that people know you're not intending it as an insult.
It was nice.
It was.
It's finally
It
got to the
was
point I
frustrating.
wanted. The part I was hoping for, daring to hope for. I needed that.
Yeah. Yes, you did.
So that is it, though. That is the end of it all.
Oh, yeah, and one quick thing. Back to a quick reference in music. Forever Free Brony is back from Argentina.
Yeah, I saw that.
He does have a new song out. Go check it out. That's all I'll say.
Okay. But anyway, yes, that is it. If you enjoyed this episode and you want to hear the more past and present and whatnot and future,
And
go
future.
to pony411.libsyn.com. All the episodes are there. You can check the RSS feed and all that jazz. You can also go to iTunes and search for Pony411 and, subscribe and rate it and review it. Or youtube.com/pony411. So subscribe, comment. That
Yay.
works too. Any which way, those are all nice ways of getting it. These are also Stitcher.com or the iOS or Android apps. And again, search for Pony411. There's also Ponyville Live. Shortly after it uploads to YouTube, it will pop up there. Or there's Ponyville FM every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Pacific and 9 p.m. Eastern.
So tune in.
Yes, tune in there. And also tune in the music around it. There's a lot of good stuff there.
Yes, there is.
You could also contact us on our email. There's pony411podcast@gmail.com. Comments, criticisms, questions, news bits, etc., all that stuff.
Tell
Send
us
it to
we were wrong about the episode.
Yes, tell us how wrong we were or how right we were, whichever. There's also facebook.com/pony411. You can like us there and check out the episodes as they come out there and whatnot. There's also our Twitter, or @pony411, and that's usually how we talk and retweet nonsense and yeah. And there's also our personal Twitters. I'm at Nemesis Prime 1, and he's at Alcatraz with a 7 and 7T and an underscore at the end. Yes, I tweeted about Amber Strong, Sunlight, and Goosebumps.
Ambrose is a good artist.
Goosebumps, which was actually surprising. I was pleasantly surprised by that one. I just remember, if you were a fan of those books when you were younger, I'd recommend checking it out. But anyway, that is it for this episode. I believe next week is actually... Is it? Yes, it's... Oh, wow, the times they are changeling.
Oh.
That is next week.
Oh, boy. Changelings.
Yeah. And also next week, we will be at BronyCan.
Yes, we will.
Well,
Going out of the country.
yeah, we're leaving the country to go to Canada.
Canada.
Yep, Canada. So we'll be talking about that a bit as well. We'll see how that works out.
We'll try and cram everything all into our standard convention type episodes.
We'll make it work, don't worry.
We seem to do it for Everfree, so we'll do it again.
So until then, though, guys, please pony responsibly.
See
Take
ya.
care.